Hello there, are you planning to move to Finland or visit Finland someday? Then you need to know that these 6 things are probably going to screw you up when you get here. So if this is what you're interested in, click on the like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's get right into the video.
When you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia if you're new. Today I want to tell you guys 6 things if you're new, and if you're living here you already know. These 6 things are probably going to screw you up if you're planning to visit Finland someday, or you're planning to move to Finland someday, so you can prepare yourself before you come to Finland. The problem that most foreigners have is that they are not adequately prepared before moving to Finland. So they get here with some expectations, and then they find that things are not actually that way, things don't work that way, that the system is different here and things work differently, so they get frustrated. So the point of this video is to prepare you so that you don't get here and then you find yourself frustrated or depressed. Number 1, difficult language. The Finnish language is a very difficult language, guys, but it is not impossible to learn. Now, what you need to understand about the language is that there are rules. There are rules, you just have to follow the rules. I do have some videos, I linked it up there, where I talked about what helped me to learn the Finnish language fast, but there's a problem there. Hold on, I'm going to tell you something shortly. So, the language is difficult, it can be difficult to learn, but there are rules, just follow the rules. But the problem with the language is that it gets in your head. Now, this is a language that you know the rules, you follow the rules, they're in your head, but it's a kind of language that sticks in your head and it's difficult to speak out, you know, because it's the kind of language you have to all the time think before you speak it. You have to connect it in your head. You pick one word or one verb, and then it keeps changing, so you have to quickly change it in your head all the time before you make a sentence. You change it, if not, it doesn't make any sense. You have to first of all convert it, and then you feel it, okay, no, I'm not going to speak because nobody's going to wait for me to do all the conversions in my head. Now, that is where you're wrong, because most people are patient. They like it when you speak the language, so you have to just speak it in your head, take your time, convert it, and speak it. But this is the problem that most foreigners have. They know the language in their head, myself included, but then speaking it needs a lot of confidence. If you're someone that doesn't want to speak unless it's perfect, then you're going to have a problem with the language. So the advice is to learn it and also to speak it. Just speak it, even if it's not correct, try to speak it, because that's the best way to learn it. So like I said, you need to convert it first in your head. So the more you speak it, the faster the conversion goes. So if you speak it frequently, then it's faster to convert and then come out of your mouth, if you get what I'm saying, if you're trying to learn a language. So it's in the head first and then it comes out. But the Finnish language is the kind that stays longer in the head and most difficult to come out because of the conversion, and then you have to think it and you want it to be perfect. So the hack is this: speak it all the time and don't wait for it to be perfect before you speak. And I'm talking to myself too, because I need to do that. I need to speak more, you know. So that is one thing that's going to screw you up, guys. The language will screw you up big time, because most companies want you to speak the language before they will hire you. And you go to the stores and places and everything is in the language. You go to hospitals and everything is in Finnish language. You try to book an appointment, it's in Finnish language. Although you find English speakers as well, English representatives in the hospital and doctors and all that. But it is very common for you to call to book an appointment, and then you ask them, please, do you speak English? And they tell you no. It's possible, although some of them do speak English. So as you live in Finland, the language challenge will keep popping up. It will keep coming up in your life. So the best thing you do for yourself is to learn it. If not, it's just going to keep getting in the way for you. Number 2 is the bureaucracy. Now, this is one major problem that many foreigners face, because depending on where they are coming from, and if they are coming from places where things move faster, here in Finland, the good thing is that the system works so well. That is the good side of it. So everything is like it's like a big wheel, a big machine that is, they put oil in it, and then it's going slowly, and then it's going, everything is working perfectly the way it's supposed to work. There's lots of processing and all that. That's how the bureaucracy here in Finland is. So because the whole thing is going so where there's a pattern, there's a procedure to be followed, it gets slow. What you file for in your country, let's say you make an application that is supposed to take like 1 day in your country or a few hours, it's going to take a lot of days in Finland here, depending on where you're applying to and what you're doing. And also if you go to the bank sometimes. For me, recently, this screwed me up like big time recently, because when my residence permit expired, And then I tried to apply. There was a problem on the Migri site, and they put it all over the internet. Everybody knows about it, so that they have a problem, so people cannot apply now. So by the time my own expired, I couldn't apply, but we already sent emails. I sent Migri email. They sent me, by Migri, if you don't know what I mean, is immigration service. I sent them email. They sent me emails, and they said, don't worry, we know about the problem. You can't apply. It's okay. We noted it down here and all that. So now, when it got to TAE office, they messaged me that, okay, you know what, your residence permit has expired. Have you applied? And I explained to them, yes, I've been trying to apply, and I sent them the messages of the immigration service and all the conversation, and then the certificate of when I finally applied, the certificate to show that I have a pending case I've applied, I sent to them. And then they're telling me, you know what, you have to have a special certificate again from the immigration. And then I messaged them, and then they said, no, we can't send you special certificate. This is a common problem. Everybody knows about it. We had a problem on our website, but now it's fixed. And I just forwarded all the emails. This is where the bureaucracy comes into play, and guys, it can screw you up. Like, I'm in the middle. This government office is here. This government office is here. I communicate with them, and then they keep going back and forth. This say yes, this say no, this say yes, this say no. And I'm like, hey, can you guys just connect with each other? Just pick a phone and call yourselves, or, I mean, you have paper, or I give you a document from this organization, you should accept it because it's from this organization. So they just put me in the middle, and then things were so slow. It went on for like 2 weeks, and I applied for a school, and I couldn't get into the school because of this problem. You know, so that screwed me if I couldn't get into the school because of these two problems, you know. And then finally, these people, that's the TA office, now sent me a message that, okay, because one time I got angry and I messaged them. I said, you know what, I've given you all the document you asked for. I can't get anything special from the immigration service. This is unfair because their problem, they told you, is not a problem. They said, everything is fine with my application. They told you, but you are still seeing a problem, and they are saying there is no problem. So, and you guys are making me suffer for it. Please look into it and just accept it. And then they messaged me finally. They called me on the phone. Actually, everything is fine now. They sent a paper to say correction, that they've corrected it on their database and all that. So this is what I mean. It took a long time for them to correct it. That's the problem of bureaucracy. The two government parastatals could not connect or could not even talk to themselves. I am the one in the middle, and then I keep going for paperwork here and paperwork there and paperwork here. So the tip I will give to you, if you're applying for anything, please apply on time. The mistake I made, I take my own part. I didn't apply on time. I waited till the last minute, like 1 week before my permit was about to be renewed. You know, I should have renewed like 3 months early. So if you don't want to be screwed over by the bureaucracy in Finland, when you're applying to government offices or for official matters, do it on time, do it early, so that by the time the process goes and then the paperwork goes, and then before whatever you're applying for, or be it school or whatever, before the time for application ends and all that, you already got your results. Number 3, it can get cold here. Like, Finland is a cold country, guys. I mean, depends on where you're coming from. I'm coming from a warm climate, so it's cold here, and also depends on where you're living. But most parts of the country are cold. Now, I moved straight to Lapland, Rovaniemi, so that's why the cold got in my system and all that. So Finland can get cold. Just prepare yourself. Hey, I do have a video where I talked about moving to Finland, the things you need to know before you move, and I talked a lot about this point. So right there, check it out. So please, it's cold, okay? Prepare yourself. Number 4, it can get dark here. Finland can get dark. Like right now, guys, I'm making this video and I have lots of light in front of me. So if you want to rely on daylight, you know, maybe for your business or something, or you just like daylight, it's not something you find here a lot, especially during the winter. It gets really dark, guys. Like 2 p.m. in the afternoon, it's as dark as 12 in the night. It is that serious. So the problem with this is that many people get depressed during these dark times because it's not what they are used to. So they easily get depressed. So one thing that will help you is to make friends. If you can quickly make friends to help you to prevent that depression, and you have lots of activities, go to hobbies, have activities, go to events, keep yourself busy so that you don't feel it so much. You don't feel the dark period so much, because the darkness can really get to you if it's not what you're used to. So just prepare yourself. For me, I started this channel 2 years after I moved to Finland. I started the channel. And one thing that screwed me big time was the darkness. It was hard to make videos. I had to start investing and buying lights and all that. So it can really get dark here, and that's going to be a huge challenge for you. Number 5, now this is a sensitive area. Some people may like that I'm talking about it, some may not like that I'm talking about it, but these are things that need to be spoken. All right, so number 5 is hidden racism. Yes, there is racism in Finland. That's one of the questions that you guys keep asking me. There is no country that doesn't have that. It is in every country, even in your own country, you that is coming to Finland. In your own country, there is racism. Ethnic groups are discriminating against one another. It's everywhere. It's like a phase of life. It's something in life, in humanity, you know, so it's everywhere. So I hope I don't get that question anymore. The racism you find here in Finland is different from what you experience in other countries. It is totally different. It's a different kind of racism. Now, I am not the one making this up because it has a name in Finnish. It's called pillow racism, hidden racism. So what that means actually practically is that it's a kind of racism that is invisible. You know, you may not even hear it, you may not even see it, you know, but you can feel it. It's in the air, and then you feel it in different areas of your life, especially if you're looking for a job, or you have an issue with a company, or you go to a company, or there is something happening. I mean, the thing is that people are not so trusting of you if you're a foreigner. That is the truth. People are not so trusting because the Finns practically mostly trust themselves first before a foreigner. Foreigners that are being trusted are those that are over the years, you know, if you are able to build friendship with them, you know, and then they get to know you, and then it's like a wall. Once you break that wall and then you get close to them, and then you guys are friends forever. But before you're able to cross over, you know, most people most people would actually prevent or avoid you, and then try to give you your privacy and your space and all that. And then if you have to do business with them, people will be skeptical first of all because they don't actually know you. So that is the same thing that companies have when it comes to hiring you as a foreigner. They're skeptical because they don't know you. So most companies may not give you that opportunity. So you will not see that kind of out in your face racism that you find in other countries, that people are in your face making words and throwing words at you. Never in Finland. Although you find it on internet, like here on my YouTube channel, I get that a lot. Actually, I do have a video where I made about the things I don't love in Finland. So if you visit that video, guys, I'm planning to make a video to react to that video, because in that video, if you visit the comment section, if you see the comment section of that video, guys, like I have no words for it. In the comment section, lots of racist talks and lot of the other side talk, and people were just fighting with each other, and the racists and the non-racists, and they keep attacking each other in that video. And people are also saying, hey, you should delete this comment, hey, you should do this, hey, you should do that. So I've not done that because I want to react to some of the things that I said, some of the comments, and just react to that video. So that's why. So I'm planning to do that sometime. But what I do, and also my advice to incoming foreigners, is to live your life. You know, it is very possible for you to, when you just come and then you first of all, you start noticing this hidden racism and how it's affecting your life, and then you become suspicious of everyone. Anyone is not talking to you, they are racist. Somebody doesn't smile back at you, they are racist. And then it gets into your head. You're not doing good to yourself because you won't live the best of your life. You won't live to the best of your potentials because you're busy suspecting everyone around you to be racist. So what I always do, and what I advise everyone to do, is to give people benefit of doubt. If somebody doesn't smile at you, doesn't mean that they are racist. It could be that they're having a bad day, you know. Or if somebody doesn't talk to you, know that personalities are different. People like personal space here, they like privacy. So do not always assume that everything that happens to you is racism. So that's the best thing. Just have a positive outlook on life here in Finland and be optimistic and just live your own life. Now, this is going to help you in the next things. That's the 6th thing that may screw you over in Finland, is the fact that it's going to be difficult for you to make friends. Because like I mentioned earlier, people love their privacy. They want to give it to you, and they like if you give it to them and all that. And then because most people are reserved, so they may not be willing to make friends quickly with you. But like I said, once you cross that border, once you cross that border and the heart and climb over the wall into the heart of the person, so the person will get to know you, and then you guys are friends forever. It's like meeting a Finn. At first they may not talk, but eventually, well, I said the person is drunk, then the person can talk, or in the sauna. But apart from this, it's possible that the person may not talk to you, but with time, person can open up, and then you guys get talking, and then you're wondering, at first this person wasn't talking, and now he can't stop talking, you know. So that is like that. Like, the person doesn't talk at first, and then once you get to know the person is like almost like another person entirely. And then you're like, oh wow, you have so outgoing personality, and I didn't even see it when we first met. So if you want to make friends, you have to be yourself. You may be the one that says hi first. You may be the one that nurture the friendship initially. Like, the person you just met may not message you like in a month. You can message and say, hi, how are you? You know, you have to, like, initially you have to do some work, you know. So if you want to just relax and just watch and not do anything, you may end up not having any friends and then be lonely in a new country. So be yourself. If you're an outgoing person, be an outgoing person. If you're quick to make friends, be open, smile, and just be open, be yourself, and then be open to meet people. So if you have anything to add to what I said, put in the comment section. And you should check these videos out also about life in Finland as a foreigner, and then also sharing my experiences. So check these 2 videos out, definitely. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye. Mwah.
Okay, I get